Hi, welcome to OneYard Wednesday. I'm Colleen from GE Designs. Today is a very special spring edition of OneYard Wednesday. OneYard Wednesday is great prices on special fabrics in 1 yard lengths. And today we have some fabrics that you haven't seen before. What fun these will be. In addition to special prices on the fabrics, we're going to have a special price on the quilt behind me, and I'll fill you in on that also in a little bit. So let's take a look at the 4 fabrics that are the OneYard Wednesday fabrics today. The first fabric is a panel. Now, I love panels, especially when they're well printed, which this one is. The line, the drawings are very good, the cutting instructions are very good, and the images are really cute. This panel will make 1 stuffed gnome, it will make 1 stuffed chicken, and it will make 1 stuffed bunny. I also have some other ideas for what to do with these. I'll show you those in just a minute. This panel will also make 2 bags. This is the front and this is the back of the bag. And as you can see, there are 2 of them. And then these are the handles for the bag. Bring this up so you can see both versions of the handles. You can make a yellow handle or a blue handle. So this is the Easter bag cut out panel, and it is a 1 yard panel. We have some coordinates that go with the panel. The first one is gnomes on dark blue. This is a darling gnome Easter fabric with happy gnomes, cute chicks, running bunnies, eggs, tulips, all of the images that you might expect to see in a spring or Easter print. And of course, it's a coordinate to the panel. You can see the same images and colors in the panel. The second fabric is Spring Treats Floral Yellow. What fun is this? This bright yellow that pulls out the colors of the chicks, the gnomies, trousers, some of the tulips. Really fun and pretty. I love that it's not directional. I love that it has a light and a dark, so it gives it some real interest. This is a terrific bright yellow. The third coordinate is the floral in blue. This is a really pretty aqua blue, and I love how it, again, like the yellow, it pulls out the blues, the eggs, the flowers, and all of those fun prints in the gnome on dark blue. So the panel is 1 yard, and each of these are 1 yards. So these are the OneYard Wednesday fabrics this week. When I started talking about this week's OneYard Wednesday, I asked the GE team which quilt we should feature, and Nancy came up with this great idea. She said, feature the matrix quilt in the Botanical Magic Fabric. I think this is a great spring quilt. Look at the pinks and the purples and the aquas and the greens, the butterflies and the flowers. Gudrun designed this quilt using the Botanical Magic Fabric with a beautiful border print as the border. This kit will be on a special price that will include the kit as well as a PDF of the pattern. We pulled the pattern out to make that more affordable for you. So you'll get the Matrix Botanical Magic kit. This kit will make a lap-size quilt 60 inches by 70 inches. We showed a version of Matrix last week. It was a little bit simpler construction than this one, also just so pretty. We think this is just great and will make a great addition to your spring home. As you know, in addition to showing a quilt, which is the Matrix this week, I also like to talk about what we can do with these fun fabrics. This week's fabrics are full of fun. I showed you the panel. Let's start there. The panel makes 2 fun Easter bags. I made 2 bags in a little bit different construction to show you some fun ideas. The first construction I did exactly as instructed in the panel, and the instructions on the panel are very good. I simply cut the panel to size, although I did use a French seam, meaning I sewed the wrong sides together first and then the right sides together. That means the inside seam does not have any loose threads. So it's a nice finished bag, very cute. On this version, I used the yellow straps, as you can see. The second version of the bag I did according to the assembly instructions using the GEasy gift bag pattern. We looked at that pattern last time as well. It is so versatile and such a great pattern. I have it at my fingertips all the time. So this is simply using the bag shape that's in the panel, cut lining pieces the same size as the bag shape, and then according to the instructions of the pattern, I fused my Durafuse to the main bag. I inserted my bag into the lining and sewed all around. On this version, I used the blue or aqua colored handles, and I love those too. And then, of course, the final step in the bag will be doing this box bottom, which is a great addition. Either one of these bags is really a cute option, and I would like to make more of both of them. In addition to the bags, you can make some fun stuffies or loveys from the panel. Here is the gnome. How cute is the gnome? You hardly ever see a gnome with bunny ears, but here he is. You'll stitch this right sides together, and then I put a fiber fill in here that is specifically for stuffed animals. Gives it a little bit of body. And then you'll see that I closed my bottom seam by top stitching. I don't think that looks too bad. You could also do an invisible stitch there, but finished is better than perfect at my house, and so this means that it is going to be done. In addition to the gnome, there are also, like I showed you, the chicks and the bunnies. But I thought, hey, I've got a great idea for something fun to do with those other images. So I made these into bean bags. Not only are they cute, but this will also give your kids something to do at your Easter or spring party. Let me show you how I made these bean bags. Frankly, I free-handed cutting these out. I wanted them to be a little bit smaller than the image. I didn't feel like they needed to be quite so big. And I layered 3 layers of fabric, which I used the coordinates, the blue and the yellow small prints. I used those for backing. I also used them for lining, and they're lined because the fabric alone is a great quality fabric. The lining just makes it a little bit more robust, a little bit more likely to hold on to the pellets or the rice or whatever it is we use to fill these bags. So I simply layered my 3 layers of the contrast, my 1 layer of the bunny, and I took my rotary cutter and just freehand cut all around it. And then I stitched it together using a 1/4 inch seam and then clipped all my curves. And that's important because when you turn this right side out, you want it to be, you want your shape to be nice and round. Then I turned it right side out, just like this. And you can see how cute this is. And then I'm getting 2 bunnies and 2 chicks because I'm using the contrasting fabric for my backing. So I would take my scissor or my or another tool and put that in here and push these seams out. I've done that a couple of times, so I'll just use my finger here. Push all these out so they're nice and round. And there's the bunny. On this one, I got a little bit close to the ear, but that's okay. I think he's super cute. So the final step is finding my opening. And like I said, I've got lining with the front and lining with the back. And I left about a 2-inch opening. Here's my trick for filling these little guys. I make a funnel from a piece of cardstock. And you may have a funnel at home, but frankly, my funnels are never where I think I need them. So this is a great funnel on the go. And then I used a plastic pellet. You can use rice or beans or anything actually that you like. advantage of the plastic pellets is these can get wet. So they can go outside, they can be tossed in a puddle, they can be thrown in the washing machine, and you can lay them flat to dry and they'll come out just fine. So I'll go ahead, and of course, who doesn't have a scoop for their plastic pellets? Anyway, I won't bore you with the whole thing. So I'll simply fill that up, and then like I showed you on the gnome, I top stitched these closed, and there you go. So someone in my family is going to get a cute bucket with a yellow bunny and a yellow chick and a blue bunny and a blue chick this Easter. So let me remind you what the OneYard fabrics are this week and a little bit more about Matrix. Here is the Easter panel. It's called Easter Bags and Cutouts. Here's the first fabric, which we call Spring Gnomes on dark blue. Then we have Spring Floral Yellow and Spring Floral Blue. And these are the 4 fabrics that are a special price, and we purchased them just for this OneYard Wednesday show. If you're going to make the lined bag, you'll also want to grab the GEasy gift bag pattern. It's a free pattern at GEquiltdesigns.com. If you want to add some stability to your bag, as I did, I used the Durafuse, my favorite firm interfacing for this kind of project. Again, you'll find that at GEquiltdesigns.com. Finally, in the blog for today's show, I'll put a link to the Matrix kit. The Matrix kit will be a special spring price, and it will include the kit as well as the pattern. You won't want to miss that. So grab yourself some Easter fabrics, some Easter eggs, and have a lot of fun making some stuffies and some bean bags and a matrix quilt. Thank you so much, and I'm Colleen. I'll see you next time.